Good morning, dear hearts. We are on review lesson 212. Please subscribe. We have our little celestial earworm that we use before and after each practice session, and then as often as possible. We really want this idea, this little sing-song idea, to become something that we understand, because there's such great power and awareness in it that I am not a body. I am free, and I am as God created me. All really important things to understand. Now, the lesson that we are reviewing today is from lesson 192, actually, and it's I have a function God would have me fill. And we've spoken a few times within the part 1 of the workbook about what our function is. Forgiveness is my function as the light of the world, and salvation of the world depends on me. So obviously salvation also my function, my purpose. But if I go into lesson 192 that we're reviewing, it makes even things more clear, because it tells us forgiveness represents your function here. It is not God's creation, for it is the means by which untruth can be undone. And later, in the same lesson, it said two other things. Forgiveness gently looks upon all things unknown in heaven and sees them disappear, and leaves the world a clean and unmarked state on which the Word of God can now replace the senseless symbols written here before. And then finally, only forgiveness can relieve the mind of thinking that the body is its home. I am not a body. I am free. I am still as God created me. And so part of my function and my purpose, my vocation, is for me to understand forgiveness so that I can be free of the belief that this body is actually my home, that this is where I live, this is where I belong, because it is not. So I am not a body. I don't belong in a body. I often think I am a body. If I stub my toe, or there's a pain or a cramp or a twinge of some kind, and I go, oh, there's the body again. But that's not me. That just is the body, not my body. And as I often say, there is great strength in pronouns and how we attribute things, which is why it is everyone and not everybody. And it is why it is the body and not my body. I don't want to hold on to it. I don't want to identify with it, which if I'm claiming ownership over it by calling it my body, then yes, I am doing that because I believe it is indeed mine. The lesson, the beautiful lines in italics that we have to practice for today is, I seek the function that would set me free from all the vain illusions of the world. And yes, that is salvation. And yes, it is forgiveness. And yes, they are synonymous. And we can, of course, even play in and bring in atonement with that. Atonement, at one-ment, which I like that pronunciation because it just really does bring things together, the at oneness of everything. Atonement does have a different energy about it, and it is one that has been used in religions of telling us that there's something we must ask forgiveness for, we must atone for. So the different pronunciation of that one word can be significant for many who are now finding their spiritual path is more comforting to them than the religious one that they have been in. And both can indeed coexist in truth. So I seek the function that would set me free from all the vain illusions of this world, and only the function that God has given me can offer freedom. Salvation gives me freedom. I have substituted the word freedom for the word salvation, as many of you already remember. Only the function that God has given me of salvation can offer me freedom, because they are indeed synonymous. And only this Only this I seek, and only this will I accept as mine. I only want freedom. I only want to be free. I am free. Our little sing-song told us, I am not a body. I have one. I'm not it. I am free because I have accepted salvation for myself and the rest of the world. And I am still, I continue to be in the cohesiveness of this course. I am as God created me. God created all of us in stillness, and God created us in consistency and constancy. Everything about the ego is a different C word. It's confusion. It's chaos. So we have consistency and constancy, or confusion and chaos. Choice. Always at choice. But the other thing I want to bring in is my favorite lesson, lesson 205. And in lesson 205, the beautiful words in italics, the expansion of it says that the peace of God is everything I want. The peace of God is my one goal, the aim of all my living here, the end I seek, my purpose and my function and my life while I abide where I am not at home. I have a function God would have me fill, and it is to have the peace of God that is offered to me. My function is to have it, accept it, and then, of course, give it away. That is my purpose. That is my function. That is my goal, my vocation here today, because all of this, the acceptance of that, will bring me and my brothers and the entire sonship, all of us, to the lawns of heaven, where God will reach down and give and take that final step to bring us home, which is a beautiful thought. So I'm not a body. I'm free. I'm still as God created me. I have a purpose. I have a function that God would have me fill, and I am ready to do that today. And that's it for today. I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment. Loving the comments. I do answer all of them. Might take me a day or two, but I do answer all of them. And please be here tomorrow. Namaste.